Zamboni's on 7th Restaurant and Bar right across the street from Grand Casino Arena in downtown St. Paul. You'll find a joke at 8 p.m. on Wednesdays. Enjoy happy hour food and drink specials when you stop in for the shows. Or if you've got something to say and enjoy stepping into the spotlight, go to zambonison7th.com and sign up to join the show. Spots fill up fast, and they do cap the number of comedians each week, so do not delay. Also, stay tuned for details on their once-a-month Friday night comedy show, Freaky Funny Fridays, beginning Friday, November 21st, featuring some of the hottest comedians in the Twin Cities. Zamboni's on 7th is a joke, but only on Wednesday evenings. And the occasional Friday.
Mic check 1, 2. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Sota Pod YouTube channel for yet another Wild watch party as the Minnesota Wild here host the Pittsburgh Penguins. We are back to host another live play-by-play commentary, reaction, and interaction show with all you guys in the live chat. Puck has dropped. We're about 2 minutes into this first period. We'll get back to the action here, but I want to say what's up to everybody in the chat. We got Emin Simon. Good to see you, buddy. Thank you so much for all the support you continue to show the channel as well, as he's got the member icon there. What's up, Hockey from Home? We got Trav. We got Urban. We got Swerve. No lineup chains. I know. Look, I ain't the glass half full hockey fan anymore, ladies and gentlemen. I'm finally a Minnesota fan. Oh, nice shot by Echo. Sends it just wide there, but he gets in a good position. Let's get to the action here, guys. Might be a little bit behind right now. My shit just kept buffering, but I'll continue to refresh it as we go on. 18 minutes. Pittsburgh gets it back in their zone. Trying to break out, but good pressure here by the Wild. Trying to keep it alive. Trickles back into the neutral zone. Wild hold on to it. How's everybody doing this week? Good to see you guys. Get your comments in the live chat. We want to hear from you. Frustrating times here. Wild need a win. Oh, and a backhand attempt there. Flailing goalie for the Pittsburgh Penguins. They get it back. Getting good forecheck by the Wild, forcing Pittsburgh to dump it in. They're not going to be able to bring that in clean. No, I'm streaming. I always do UFC on Saturday. I've been really just doing one stream a week when it comes to Wild coverage, Hog from Home. Wild dump it in. Oh, nice retrieval. Off the backhand, though. Foligno, pass up center. Good defense, good stick by Pittsburgh, and they dump it in. Gustafson to Spurgeon. Middleton up the left side. Yeah, I am doing one hockey stream a week minimum on this channel, so. And William can't hold the line. Pittsburgh still has it right side. Drops it back. Shot that is not off clean, or maybe just bounced off the stick, and that goes up and out of, or up, and Gustafson actually retrieves it. We're going to have a face-off. All right, 2 shots for the Penguins. I don't even know if that counted as a shot there. Hell yeah, hockey. And yeah, Hinostroza with that shot for the Penguins, and looking to grab that rebound was Foligno, and the flailing Tristan Jarry. An Ek face-off. Can't get it. Shot by the Penguins, and another save by Gustafson. The face-off is going to come to his left yet again. The Wild welcome back Matt Dumba, by the way, who until earlier this week totally forgot he was with the Penguins. Man, guys, like when I lived in Calgary, Alberta, I'd watch him play in Red Deer all the time. They were the Hitmen's rival in the WHL. Wild get this puck back into the Penguin zone. Back to the blue line. Wild shot gets through. Not sure if Jerry got his right pad on it, but if so, that deflected right. Wild send it around the boards again. They're battling for it on the left wall. Pittsburgh gets it back. Pittsburgh can't send it up. Broken up at center, and the Wild retrieve it. A good 5 minutes for the Wild here. And just when I say that, they can't enter the zone. Let's see. Are we going to our first TV timeout? And the Wild are going to have a change. Let me know your guys' prediction here for tonight. Score predictions and all. I'm predicting Johansson gets a point because this guy cannot be stopped. Just saying. All right, face off. Marco Rossi taking it. Kaprizov. Johansson. Zeev leaves it for Kaprizov. Your check back to Zeev. Zeev sends it up. Wild chasing in the corner. 3-1 Wild favor. Boldy. Kaprizov to score. Hey, I like the sounds of that. Hockey from home. $15.55. Wild send this up center. They tip it in, but Jerry with it. Kaprizov pressures him. Pittsburgh with it. Up the right wall. Center. Dumping it in. Gustafsson makes a save, pushes that one to the side. Middleton sends it up and out of play, and we're going to have a face-off in neutral ice at center. We were talking about this on all the podcasts this week, ladies and gentlemen. I have been on all of them. Fellowship of the Rink, been working overtime. Fellowship of the Rink, Judd's Buds, Wildly Informed. We've all talked about it. If the Minnesota Wild do not win a game, and I think like two, a game or two at home, but certainly just at least one, how hot is John Hines' seat? It's crazy. I didn't think we'd be uttering those words or even talking about this so early. But alas, here we are. Good first, part of this game. We'll see how it lasts. Pittsburgh have been on fire, but they lost Rickard Rakell, who's been on fire for them. I believe it was 8 points already this season. Will the Wild ever win at home? Well, put it this way: if they're down and out in the third period, which knock on wood they're not, then you know what, hockey, then yes, I will oblige. 14:51. Wild dump it in. Unable to get a nice clean shot on net. Good defense by Pittsburgh. Knocking the puck off Kaprizov. And Pittsburgh with it at center. Good defense by Wild. Brodin on the left wall. He sends it around. Well, we'll see. If they win at home, hockey, then we're good. They're at home tonight. Wild bring it back into the Pittsburgh zone. Broken up. Faber in front. Johansson actually tipped it to Faber. Johansson was behind the net, actually taking a check. There was a Penguin, I don't know which player, but was on him pretty hard, but he ends up getting the puck back to Faber. Faber with a beautiful opportunity there, but a nice save by Tristan Jarry. Sounds good, hockey from home. Sounds good. Oh, good. Oh, man. I do think it was a little too far out of the crease for it to have trickled, even if it went through the legs, to trickle through, but Dumba and Faber in view there. Good shot. Face off to the left of Jerry. Hey, thanks for dropping by, Trav, Swerve, Urban. I know Urban's working. And Emin Simon, again, shout out to him for being a member. Boldy brings us in offside, and we're going to have another face-off, this time outside the Pittsburgh zone. Sid the Kid. He's having a hell of a season. Evgeni Malkin, hell of a season too. Like, Man, the last swan song for Evgeni Malkin, and Crosby probably just told the boys, like, we're winning again this year, guys. See you later, Hog from home. And the Wild end up keeping this puck in the zone. Shot. Unable to get the rebound, and we're going to have another face-off to the left of Tristan Jarry. Some words between Ek and, well, everybody, as always. He's not on the road trip because Hockey from Home, I know someone in Vancouver who literally just ran into him and Garland at the mall. They're buying some watches. Literally, my buddy just texted me. He's like, yeah, he just walked out of the watch store. He's not on the road trip. He's at the mall, friggin' allegedly. No, he's not drinking milkshakes, but I could imagine he was buying like $20,000 watches and also drinking a milkshake in hand with his hair not combed. So I'll stick to it. Yeah, he's drinking a friggin' milkshake and or booster juice. And he probably just walked out of there with a $20,000 watch. I'm just saying, Hog, like, I literally have a friend who just ran into him. They'd be talking watches right now at the malls. I mean, I believe my friend more than Canucks Army. I'm just saying. I haven't believed Canucks Army since 2000 and I want to say 12. Quite frankly, I didn't even know Canucks Army was still a thing, Hog from Home. Since before JD Burke was ever there. Yo, what's up, Endless Bane? Good to see you. Or Vendetta. I don't know why YouTube keeps changing you guys' freaking handles. The game is live. I am covering it. We're in a TV timeout right now. Here, I'll refresh my broadcast. All right, we just came back from the TV timeout. How you doing, buddy? There, I just refreshed it for you. But we just got back from TV timeout, my friend. All right, we're just going back to the OG. All right, puck is dropped, ladies and gentlemen. Wild have it. Right corner, sending it up the right side. Pittsburgh keeps it in. 13:35. Shot from the blue line. Back in. Corner, Jiricek. Tries to send it back up. Jiricek with it. And here it comes up the right side. Center with some speed. To Buyam. Shot. Unable to be poked in. But with some speed from the young guns there. 13:08 and Wild with it back into the Penguin zone. Still a scoreless game. Shots 5-4 in favor of the Penguins, but so far, so good from the. Put it this way: the Wild aren't down 2 in the first 10 minutes, so or 3 or 4. So we're doing good. Oh, and another tip opportunity by the Wild. Foligno up in front of the net and a nice save by Jarry. 12:43. Yeah, so Pittsburgh just before then, we're just watching the replay. A little fake dump by the Pittsburgh Penguins, shot on net. Good job by Gustin staying sharp. Jiricek had no idea that was going on. Ends up bringing it back up the ice. Buyam as well helping on that play. And Foligno an opportunity to tip that in, but Jarry staying sharp and on top of it too. 12:43 in the Pittsburgh Penguins. Chris Letang ends up with it. They send it up the right side. Unable to clear right away to center, but they send it cross ice and the Wild get it back. Kaprizov to Rossi to Kaprizov. Here's Kaprizov 1 on friggin' 4. Some reinforcements come. Back pass to Rossi, but not quite there. Rossi now battling with Letang in the corner. Good battle by Rossi. Reinforcements come in. Kaprizov trying to get it. It's under the gates of Letang. Kaprizov with it. Loses it, but back at the blue line. Middleton, right side. Shot from the top of the circle. Another save by Jerry. Good pressure here from the Wild. I mean, again, they're looking good so far, ladies and gentlemen. They just need to strike first and get one behind Tristan Jerry, who's been pretty dialed too to start this game. Guys, don't forget to smash that like button. Don't forget to vote in the poll question. Who scores first? Who scores first in this game? You guys are 67% say Penguins. Hey, I get it. I voted for them too. I get it. 11:54. The Wild have it back in their zone. Restarting. Faber. Gonna lead the breakout. Broadcast just reminded us 5 points in the last 2 games. He was so hard on himself recently and really starting to turn around his game. And just captain ass shit, to put it bluntly, ladies and gentlemen. And they're going to call that offside? Albeit power play points, brother. We need them power play points. All right, 11:24. So shout to Crossover MMA who shared this stream. Literally a little crossover action. 11:18, battling for it. Right wall. Puck trickles out back into the Pittsburgh zone. They're going to restart. With some speed, Pittsburgh. Drop pass. Sidney Crosby. Right side. Back to the blue line. Nobody there at center, and this puck's going to trickle back into the Penguin zone. Pressure by the Wild. Wild have it. Neutral zone, waiting for the boys to tag up. Left side, Middleton. Just trying to dump it up that left side, but great pressure by Evgeni Malkin and the Pittsburgh Penguins, forcing the Wild to bring it back into their own zone. They send it up the right side, and they do have it at center. Hinostroza sends it back in deep. Honestly, the Hinostroza, Hartman, Foligno line hasn't looked that bad yet, but they're going to call this offside as Hartman can't hold the line. All right, face off in the neutral zone. I'm sweating. Like who's going to draw first blood? Because I'm talking like I'm hosting a fight companion, but I want to see like if Pittsburgh scores, or does the Wild, do they look dejected and do the wheels fall off, or do they continue playing good hockey like they're playing right now? Both these teams playing pretty good. 10 minutes halfway through this first period. And on the opposite side of things, if they get the first one, do the floodgates open, the confidence come back, and they just start to buzz? This one's going to be icing on Marcus Johansson. Tried to retrieve it. Face-off going to come back into the Wild zone. Oh, face-off won by Penguins. They can't get their shot through. Kaprizov has it. Sends it up in the neutral zone, and I think we're going to get a change. Getting 8 points from Marcus Johansson. 5 goals, 3 assists to start this season. I know everyone's not thrilled that he's just on this team because we maybe want to see other players in that spot, and the shot score! No way. Just when we're talking about him. Just when we're talking about him. Just when we're talking about him. He's involved in a play and Kaprizov scores. involved in the play, and Kaprizov scores. Let's go, baby. Kaprizov, Rossi, Johansson, Tarasenko, Ek, Boldy, Foligno, Hartman, Hinostroza, Trenin, Yurov, and Pitlick. Dude, let's go. And the Wild are up. Beautiful pass by Marcus Johansson, tipped right in by Kaprizov, and Johansson has his 9th point of the season. Oh my God, that was beautiful. You know what? Oh my, though, who scored 2 of those goals again? New Jersey scored that goal twice against the Wild. And there you go, the Wild up 1. Marcus fucking Johansson, ladies and gentlemen. That's huge for this team. I have no idea, but I am not a fan of Toronto sports, so I hope they lose. Can't deny it. Most valuable $800,000 player out there right now. Oh, sorry. Celebrini's probably still. Celebrini's probably making $900,000, and it's shot from the neutral zone, and that doesn't get through for the Wild. They get it back at center. Bumblefuck it, and we're just gonna have a line change. People don't want to hear, man. People are bashing their heads on the table right now, being like, "Why is Marcus Johansson even on this team?" But he's been one of the only guys producing right now. Faber with a shot, front of the net. Wild still have it, trying to just dig it in next to the post, and Jerry's going to calm things down, and we're going to get a whistle. Of course, it's Eriksson Ek. Love it. Just trying to dig that puck in between the posts. All right, I think we're going to have our TV timeout. Put it this way. We all know what he is. Like, I knew what he was when he was putting up 40 points with the Capitals, right? He's a north-south skater who has a good shot, but who's okay at passing as well. Like, there's no two-way game. And if he's on, he's on. If he's off, he looks like the rest of these guys. Let's be honest, who've all elevated their play a little bit. Last game, they looked a lot better. And they've started this game looking pretty good as well. But yeah, I think Brett and I talked about this on the show last time, Wildly Informed. That let's say like 70 to 80% of the team just wasn't playing good hockey, like collectively. But Johansson's like one of the 20 to 30% who's actually like playing out of his mind good right now. So is there going to be a regression? Like probably this season. I don't think he's going to put up a 50 to 60 point season, but I can see him hover around 35, 40 points again, because that is the Marcus Johansson way, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, man. All right, we are in our second TV timeout. Let me rejig the poll question here, ladies and gentlemen, as only 40% of you said that the Wild were going to score, only 40% of you said that the Wild were going to score the first goal, and 60% of you saying Pittsburgh. Oh, by the way, I think can I give out memberships here tonight? Okay, at the end of the second period, we're going to give out 5 memberships, ladies and gentlemen. Hoppy and Z don't do it enough. They'd be wasting the free memberships that YouTube allows us to give out. So stick around until the end of the second period, start of the second intermission, for a chance to get a membership to the channel. And Hockey from Home, you only can use one of your accounts. I remember one time we did that, and all of them went to Hockey from Home, all of Hockey from Home's accounts. All right, face off to the left of Jerry. Oh, Kaprizov right off the draw just throws it on goal. Save. Pittsburgh have it left side. And that goes up and out of play. I think the faceoff's going to be right outside the Wild zone. Dude, the points per $1 million, Johansson is leading the team. What a stat. What a stat. points per $1 million is like the best stat I've ever seen, I think, in hockey. I'm literally tweeting that right now. Wild with it. Up, driving the net. That's broken up. Wild still have it. Corner. Try to send it at center. That doesn't get through, but with it still. Tarasenko trying to send it to center. That's broken up, but Wild still have it. Pittsburgh now with on the left side. They send it out to center. Nobody there, so Wild retrieve it. 7:33. Erik loses it. And Wild are going to change as Pittsburgh drives through center. Foligno couldn't get off the ice. Evgeni Malkin going full friggin' Russian monster that he is, driving through 3 players, but can't get the puck on net. God, man, Malkin is just on a warpath this season. And a shot, but that doesn't get through. Delayed penalty here, and this one's going to be on the Wild. Pittsburgh going on the power play once they lose possession. Evgeni Malkin with it. Wild pressuring. Pittsburgh with it, circling the net, tried to employ a dirty little backhand. Wild don't retrieve it in the Pittsburgh Penguins. They score. No, wait, the ref calling it off. Malkin looking like he got that second attempt there. And the refs are saying, wait, chill, fam, chill. The officials are talking about it here. Flash score doesn't have it up on screen. Goalie interference. Goalie interference. It ain't a motherfucking goal. No goal. Damn. The hockey gods. I swear, man, they be feeling sorry for the Wild lately. Oh my God, that's weak as fuck, but I'll take it. That is the weakest shit. Honestly, that is some disgraceful NHL weak shit, but you know what? Tonight, completely biasly rooting for the Wild. We'll fucking take it, boys. We'll take it. He's looked slow, but he's still going to the dirty area, so I don't hate it. I don't hate it. That was the softest interference call I've ever seen, which is why I'm slowly rolling my eyes more and more of the National Hockey. Like, straight up, boys, like the EIHL in UK is way more fun league to watch, but I digress. That was the softest shit I've ever seen, and if the NHL allows it, again, we'll fucking take it, boys. But I'm telling you, if I was Pittsburgh right now, I would be smashing shit. That was barely a love tap, but again, we'll take it. We'll take it. Is Pittsburgh challenging it? I mean, I would. And it was the Wild that kind of pushed him into it, too. Was it Brazeau? Of course it was. They're saying was no interference. It was just about 500 on the Penguins. Godspeed. Yeah, honestly, like, I think unbiased opinion, that's a goal. It was Middleton that hit Gustafsson, not more than Brazeau, let's be honest. Yeah. Yeah, where was the refs too? How did they see that? How did the refs see that? Still goalie interference? I will say the NHL, a joke, but as someone who's, again, totally biasedly, shamelessly rooting for the Wild tonight, they need a win. I'm in all green and freaking beige. I'm in the freaking Wild get up here, ladies and gentlemen. We'll take it. We'll take it. Oh, and now the Wild are up a man because they don't win the challenge, and that should have been a goal for Evgeni Malkin. Love a little fuckery in this beautiful sport. 10 shots of the Wild, 6 for the Penguins. John Hines is just, confirming you made the right decision, boys. This is why. This is right. This is why you made the right decision. Bro. Okay, so they were a minute away from a TV timeout, and they got to fix the glass now. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we go to another TV timeout as the Quick Trip crew. Yo, I'm getting Quick Trip tonight, by the way. I'm getting Quick Trip tonight. Actually, wait. Wild win, we celebrate with some Quick Trip. I haven't used my Quick Trip card in a while. I got mad points on that bitch. Wild win, we celebrate with some Quick Trip. I'll go live on the channel, and you guys can help me make my pick. Although, I got to be honest, I went from living next to, I think, the best Quick Trip in the cities. Maybe not like visually or whatever, but like as far as the most consistent spread at any point in the day, I went from living next to the best one to arguably the worst fucking one, where it's been 4 months since I lived in my new place. There hasn't been one good spread. One. They had the tater tot sticks once, burnt to fucking crisp. I still ate them. I'm not a sweet tooth. I don't have a sweet tooth, but noted, because that does sound good. Like I'm not a guy who's like, oh, sweets are gross. So it's just like I don't seek it out. If offered, I usually take it. I'm way more of a savory kind of guy, but that does sound good. Yo, what is up? Rusty AF, good to see you. Good to see you. So far, fun first period. A little bit of fuckery here at the Grand Casino. Little glass repair next to the penalty box. Johansson looking like the absolute stud that he is. Oreo pudding, that does sound good. That does sound good. What are some of your guys' favorite Quick Trip items? Mine are definitely those, like, I just call them like tater tot sticks. You know what I'm talking about, those breakfast hash brown sticks. I tried to find like where you could get them, and you like literally have to order them straight up by the box from McCain, which like I entertained it, but I was like, oh, is it like at that point, I think I'm just a little fucked in the head, but I did look it up. After asking a Quick Trip employee too, yeah. Yo, hold up. When did Tommy Novak go to the Pens? God, I wish Hoppy was here. Let me bring it up. I think this year. I was even saying too that like last year. So he played 2 games with them last year. So he's traded there. Yeah, end of the season, I guess. Played 2 games with them last year. 4 points this year already, by the way. Shout out to the former Gopher, who had some really good years with the Nashville Predators. I know like 2024, 2025, no one had a good year there, but 18 goals, 45 points in 23-24. In his first full season, 51 games. I know he started in the AHL, but he had 43 friggin' points, 17 goals. So, yeah, Tommy Novak's legit. Yeah, he was in the Bunting trade. Sorry, 6:30. We're back. I was looking at Tommy Novak here. 6:30 on the clock, 1 minute 34 on the power play. Wild with it at the blue line. Those are fire. Tex-Mex burrito as well. Their burritos are underrated. Ek in front of the net causing a ruckus here as Tristan Jarry takes a whack at him. I love how Ek's already under everyone's skin. Dude, so Ek is... Chat, tell me I'm wrong, but Ek is 100% the type of player that if the league wasn't soft as hell, he would go no visor. 100%. Like, it always throws me off that Ek has a visor because the way he plays, I'm like, you are a no visor type of player, sir. Which I think O'Reilly and Reeves last 2. Jamie Benn maybe, so 3. And the Pittsburgh Penguins clear it. 1 minute and 18 seconds remain on the power play, and here come the Wild. No helmet kind of guy. I feel like Middleton would be like that too. I feel like Middleton wouldn't go no visor. He'd just go right to no helmet because he's that much of a psycho. Oh, nice job by Kaprizov gaining zone, but Pittsburgh Penguins whack at it and send it back to center. But Wild quick with it back in the zone. Tarasenko up to the right side. Shot behind the net. In front of the net is Ek. He can't whack it between the pipes. And the Pittsburgh Penguins, they clear it back down behind the net. Gustafsson leaves it for the Wild. 44 seconds. Time for one last rush. By the way, shout out to everyone hanging out with us on YouTube. If you're watching on Facebook or Twitter/X, what are you doing with your life? Get your ass over to YouTube. Join our live chat here. I need to update the poll question. Johansson up the right side. Johansson gets freaking molly-whopped. But hey, the puck does enter the zone for a moment. Wild have it back at center. 5 seconds remaining on the power play. Zebullion tries to spring Faber. Faber caught up with it in the corner. Reinforcements are there, but the Penguins are back to full strength. Puck trickles out. Back to center. And a good penalty kill by the Penguins. Wild are only able to set up for a moment. Puck trickles back to center. Middleton sends to the right side. Wild dump it in. Jarry springs his defenseman up to center. Wild take it back. Wild loses at the line, but keep it at center. Middleton gets pinched off on the wall with Pittsburgh, unable to get it out of their zone. Wild keep it in over the line. Shot. I think it hits someone in front of the net. Foligno. Yeah, that hit Foligno. That bounces. Wild battling for it at center. Foligno back to the defenseman. Left side. Hinostroza with speed. Backhand doesn't hit Jarry. And someone in the chat was saying Foligno looks banged up. He looked banged up on that play. I think he has been dealing with some injury. I think until then, he's been no faster than he's usually been. And he's been playing hard. But yeah, that didn't look good. And he was slow to get to the bench. 3 minutes and 12 seconds remaining in this first period. Shots 13-5 of the Pittsburgh Penguins. The Wild aren't being outshot. The Wild aren't down. Knock on wood. And they've actually put together a pretty good first period here. Wild send it up the left wall. Trenny is worthless. He's definitely not worth what they're paying him. That fourth line's been kind of non-existent here tonight. I don't think they're getting much time. We'll go over the box score after this. People were saying Marcus Johansson was worthless just last week. Just saying. Driving in. Broken up at the side of the net. And a stickless. I don't even know who that was. Minnesota Wild player lost. Oh, that was Trenyon. And unable to redirect it. Does get a stick back. Oh! Minnesota's going to get a power play. Who's just ransacked there? I do love how, again, So Rust. Okay, yeah, Rust just ransacked. Who did he fucking knock down? Boldy? I mean, it's. Oh, tripping. I thought he was getting thrown for the hit. Like that didn't seem like a dirty hit. Hey, I love how this league is softer than puppy shit, but like it's going in the Wild's favor here tonight. So we'll take it. 6 goals, 12 points, Krill-like numbers. Absolutely. All right, no, that was a trip. It looked worse from the other camera angle in real time. It looked like he just got like shouldered to the ground, but no, tripped up there. That's fine. And back to the power play we go, Minnesota. Along the wall, Pittsburgh, Toronto clear. Wild still with it. They send it across ice. Shot! Blocker saved by Jerry. And that's going to trickle all the way back down the ice. Not that it matters, but isn't Chenyan leading the league in hits? I'm glad he's doing something out there. 140. Freaking dog pile in the corner. Everybody trying to get the puck back. All right, let's make Marcus Johansson the center of the poll question. Tarasenko elects not to shoot, back to the blue line, right side shot. Doesn't get through, blocked. Nice little ransack shoulder strike from, I think, Eriksson Ek there. Penguin down. Karlsson winds up a shot. That goes wide, and here comes Minnesota again. Boldy can't gain the line. Kaprizov, he can't gain the line. This puck trickles cross ice. Penguins are able to clear as the Wild were changing. Wild finally at the line. Rossi has it. Bouillon dropped back past him. Back to the blue line. Faber. Hartman. Shot. Back to Hartman. That doesn't get through. Johansson now pinching the corner. And Pittsburgh get it back and send it the length of the ice. 19 seconds remaining in the power play. 31 seconds remaining in the period. The Wild have one more rush. Faber drops it. Back Johansson. Through neutral ice, right side. Johansson goes back behind the net to retrieve it. Dumba versus Foligno in the second period. Foligno looks hurt, but if he's feeling up to it, I'd be down. And that, another penalty killed off by the Penguins. Final seconds of the period. 2-1, and that's gonna do it. Good start for Minnesota, man. Unable to score on special teams, but up in shots and up on the score sheet. So can't complain. All right, we'll take your guys' comments throughout the entirety of this intermission. I don't think we have any guests here today. I did put out some invites, and maybe we'll have someone join for the second intermission, but Brett's at the game. So there you go. Still tweeting about it, though. Still tweeting about it. Still actually tweeting in defense of Marcus Johansson. So there you go. Zegras rejuvenating his career. My God. Didn't he train with Adam Oates? I swear, he's the hockey whisperer. He's what what's his name? God, who's the goalie whisperer? The goalie coach. Sean Burke. He's the Sean Burke for forwards. Have they said why Tarasenko isn't playing tonight? I saw him out there. He was even interviewed right before puck drop. All right. Let's bring up the box score here. Let's take a look at everyone's time. All right. So Matt Boldy just behind Kaprizov with 6 minutes and 58 seconds. Kaprizov 7 minutes. Johansson just under 6. Hartman just over 6. X been playing 6:33, so he's been out there a while. Yeah, Tarasenko 6 minutes. Yurov only 3. Trenin under 3. Natalia Pitlick under 3 as well. It's only how many shifts? Only 4 shifts for those guys. As far as the defense, it's pretty even. Jiricek only 3 minutes. Z 540, but I don't think Jiricek's been getting any of the power play time. So Spurgeon 730 out there as well. As far as how the points were distributed, Marcus Johansson with the assist, Kaprizov with the goal, and Marco Rossi with the secondary assist. So Rossi with a point, Marcus Johansson with an assist, and Kirill Kaprizov with a goal. That was a joke. If I hadn't seen him in the pregame with Kevin Gorg, I would have probably been like, "Oh, you're right. He is kind of a ghost. He is kind of a ghost tonight." Hopefully, his game picks up a little bit because I did defend him a lot coming into the start of the season, being like, I don't know why everyone's talking about like he's basically like Gustav Nyquist. He had a bad year with the Red Wings last year. Big whoop. He's been consistent when he's healthy, like even the couple seasons before then, and then he just has not been great this year at all. But again, no one's been good really this year. No one's been great this year. But I do hope it picks up a little bit. Like 5 points. It's not like it's non-existent, but it's like, man, we need goals. Yeah, so Kaprizov, 7th goal of the season. Rossi, 12th point. Johansson, 9th point. Good to see Rossi just continue to be consistent as well, though. All right, I did add a new poll question, by the way, guys. Don't forget to vote. Don't forget to smash the like button on this stream as well. How many points does Marcus Johansson end the night with? 150%, 225%, and 425%. Someone going crazy. Picking 4. I love it. We'll check back in with the poll question at the end of the next period. Oh, yes, the last season of Stranger Things starts soon. It's funny. I remember when the show came out, I watched like the first few episodes and I was like, oh, yeah, this is a pretty good show. The soundtrack is unreal. All just like sick 80s music. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. So I watched a little bit of the first season and then I just stopped watching it. And then last year, or like the beginning of this year, I watched it again, and yeah, I understand why people love it, but I still think the soundtrack is what carries it. Middleton should have got a goalie interference penalty on Gino's goal. Dude, I thought Gino got a goal. I thought the Wild got an absolute gift on that one, but you know what? The Wild need some breaks from the hockey gods. So I'm okay with it. Wild 13 shots, Penguins 6. See how the Wild have been doing in the faceoffs. The faceoffs are pretty even. 9 for the Wild, 10 for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Penguins have only won 1 more than them. Pittsburgh being pretty physical, 14 hits. The Wild's 6. And again, we'll see how Marcus Foligno continues on in this game, as hasn't looked fast, but he doesn't ever really look fast. But he was laboring at the end of the period. And he's taken a few big hits. And he has been knocked down to the ice now twice in that first period. Let me know your takeaways in the live chat, guys. Don't forget to vote in the poll question. Do you like the lines tonight? They certainly don't look bad out there. I mean, other than the fourth line, but hey, 4 shifts. Can't really expect too much. Third line, I mean, other than Foligno getting ransacked a little bit, Hinostroza doing his job, bringing that puck into the zone and bringing it in front of the net. Hartman's looked okay. Ek and Boldy, they've been noticeable. Would like to see again a little bit more from Tarasenko, and the top lines looked actually pretty damn good. Now let's see if the boys can just capitalize on the power play, because they were given 2. Don't even know the lines. Brats and beers with the boys. So the lines are Kaprizov, Rossi, Johansson, Tarasenko, Eriksson, Ek, Matt Boldy, Marcus Foligno, Ryan Hartman, Vinny Hinostroza, Trenin, Yurov, Pitlick. And Rossi, he's got the interview with Gorg here tonight. I gotta fight the urge to keep refreshing to see the poll question. Guys, we only have a few votes in the poll question. I'm going to say 2 points. 2 points. Reasonable lines, at least. Yeah, and so far, so good. I mean, but the fourth line, I'm not really going to blame them. We have 4 shifts. Under 3 minutes for 2 out of the 3 of them. I will say, though, points per million is the best stat in hockey history. Marcus Johansson has the most points per $1 million earned on this team. What a stat. What a stat. All right, keep the comments coming, guys. I'm just going to share this on social again. Points per million. That was probably an all-timer by LaPanta. And you won't catch me saying that often, but I think that was an all-timer. Yo, guys, feel free to, as always, share this channel, share these watch parties, share this watch party playlist with any of your homies who want to sit down, crack some cold ones, or coffee in this case. So I got to get back to work after this game. And you want to watch the games with us? We will continue to do these watch parties. 1 wild game minimum every week. And dude, once the World Juniors and Olympics start, oh boy, we're going to be humming. The powerless play again. Yeah, at least the hockey gods are giving the Wild a little bit of rope here tonight, because it should be a 1-1 game. Yeah, I got to put in a few more hours here tonight. So, got some coffee. We'll switch to some H2O in the third period. And then hopefully, knock on wood, with a Wild win, we'll be buzzing. We'll be buzzing as we get back to work. Just a busy week. And I was going to do the game on Tuesday, but I was crushing it that day too. And I was just like, I'll just set up the stream for Thursday. Oh, and so far, given how the vibes are, I feel like that was the right decision. All right, we got a few more minutes here in this first intermission, guys. Thoughts on the first, other than the powerless play, which agreed, and good to see you swerve. Thoughts on the first and predictions for the second. I want to hear them in the chat here. We got about, I think, 5 more minutes. Let's see what's going on. Who else is playing here tonight? We have the Sabres end of the second period against the Bruins. Bruins are up 3-1. Third period just started between the Flames and Senators. Flames up 2-1. Calgary leading that one. Third period just started for the Lightning and Stars. Tampa Bay up 1-0. Flyers leading the Predators. 3 minutes into the third period there. They're leading 2-1. Hurricanes beating up on the Islanders halfway through the second period. They're up 3-1. And the St. Louis Blues mauling the Vancouver Canucks. Only by 1 goal, but it has not looked pretty. As the second period just started in that game, St. Louis up by a 1. Period number 2 just started for the Blackhawks and Jets. Jets up 2-1. And second period will start in a few minutes here for the Minnesota Wild and Pittsburgh, which should be a 1-1 game. We'll take the 1-0 lead for the Minnesota Wild, who were unable to score on the power play, but look good. I've certainly looked a lot better 5-on-5 in this game compared to pretty much every game but 2 or 3 to start this season. God, that goal from Kaprizov was so nice, set up by Johansson. I was saying when it happened that we saw New Jersey score twice in that fashion. All right, we got a few more minutes here. Let's see if we got any hockey fights to to react to. That is just literally going to be my shtick moving forward, ladies and gentlemen. There's just one account. You British hockey fights on Twitter. Shout out to British hockey fights. They got the best stuff. All right, we have one more commercial break, and then we should be back to the action. IHL, guys. Vote in the poll question. We'll check in on it after this second period. I feel like I can only talk about that first period so much. And if chat's going to dry up, then I'm going to share some fun hockey fights that have occurred. Oh, man. This is, God, I forget, the NIHL, I think it's called, the NIHL. I think it's like the AHL of the UK. But anyways, that was a fun one. What else do we got? I think, oh no, the NIHL. And apparently that wasn't even the first fight of that game. I've been watching a lot of UK hockey recently. I love the fans just post these ones as well. Oh! All right, let's see if we can do one more. See if we can squeeze one more. Who's going to win, the Penguins or the Wild? I'm not a fortune teller. The Minnesota Wild are up 1-0, but it's still anyone's game. All right, let's see if I can share one more, guys. As always, tag me on Twitter in your favorite hockey fights. I preferably not NHL ones. Like, I'll watch NHL ones and I'll react to them, but I just can't show NHL content. I can Show pretty much any other league. This is me on Twitter. Tag me in any hockey fight you want me to react to between periods. All right, we need one more good scrap. We need one more good scrap, chat. Oh, okay. There's some anger behind this one. Not the best view, but you know what? We'll take it. We'll take it, chat. There's some animosity between these guys. Short but sweet, but just look at the visceral way he threw those punches. Did they let it go after? Nah, just a little victory lap. Anyways, there we go. That'll be one of the new things we do here on these. If we don't have on these watch parties, if we don't have a guest between periods, and we've exhausted every single avenue of talking about the period prior or the game, Isha's going to go full City Life Project and react to hockey fights. All right. There could be worse things we could react to. We could be reacting to wild lowlights of the season. Glenn Cochran was Bob Probert. Dude, I can actually find out. That one's on Fourth Line Voice. When was this one? All right, I got it. I actually got it up here on Instagram. We'll react to it. We'll react to it in the second intermission. Thank you so much, Swerve. Let's get it all. I got it already ready to go. All right, second period, ladies and gentlemen. We are off. Smash that like button, subscribe, and don't forget to vote in the poll question. Low light highlight is Hines, a bald ass head shining brighter than the sun. I almost just bicked my head, and I was either gonna be Hoppy or John Hines for Halloween. Boom, boom, 1926, and the Pittsburgh Penguins make the save as Boldy and Co. brought that puck right in front of the net. No fancy play there. Boldy. Oh, never mind. I thought actually they just forced that one, but Boldy with the high shot there. It would have gone over Jerry, but Jerry caught it and slowed it down. I thought Boldy just like faked the pass and rushed it and pushed it forward, and that's when Jerry went down. But no, he gloved that one down, and we're going to have a face-off to the left of Tristan Jerry, 1920. Johansson wins a face-off. Shot, tip, rebound. Wild can't get it. Pittsburgh brings it down to the neutral zone. Wild retrieve it. Wild send it back into the Pittsburgh zone. Kaprizov chasing it. Jerry just in time to get it back to Pittsburgh. Giveaway shot. That goes left and wide. Wild with it. Back to the blue line. Spurgeon, left side. Kaprizov doesn't retrieve it cleanly, but gets it back to the blue line. Middleton to Kaprizov. Johansson behind Jerry. Puck trickles out. Kaprizov back to Johansson. Johansson to Rossi. Rossi, Spurgeon, shot and saved by Jerry. Great to see the Wild move the puck a little bit here. Is Johansson the new Zuccarello? Is Marcus Johansson the new Zuccarello, ladies and gentlemen? We shall see. Oh, man, Kaprizov unable to get that puck up on the rebound opportunity as Jerry falls to his ass. 1835. What a season. What a season. 1831. Yeah, at least he's doing something. Right corner in the Wild zone. Pittsburgh with it. Back to the blue line. Pittsburgh hasn't really done much yet in the opening frame. Shot. Nice pad save by Gustafson. Rebound. Wild send it down length the ice, and we're going to have icing. Oh. Yeah, okay, no, it doesn't hit Jerry. Ooh, that was a great fucking tip by Novak. I cannot believe that Gustafsson saw that. Even if he didn't, he made the right play going down and covering that 5-hole. 1807. Wild win the faceoff up the right side. And Hinostroza loses it up on the right wall. Juracek. Fighting, gets it up the left wall, but Pittsburgh with it sends it back on net. Wraparound opportunity, and I don't know who for the Pittsburgh Penguins goes into the net, but diving in the puck back, and Pittsburgh shoots, scores. And that all started with Novak behind the net. And Pittsburgh ties it here. We're at 101.
Emotional damage.
All right, let's take a look at the replay here. So Novak goes for the wraparound. Yeah, Hartman. So let's see. Oh. So Hartman trips up one of the Penguins. He goes right into the net. And Gustafsson couldn't move to his right. So, yeah, you can't really challenge that one when it's blatantly your own guy pushing the Pittsburgh player into the net. So, yeah, Hartman shot them kind of in the foot there. And Trenyon fans on a shot. And here comes the Penguins. Goalie interference again, but this time they can't challenge it. It's goalie interference by Hartman. In what world do you think hold a player in your own crease is a good idea? 1705. Yeah, he'll want that one back. Not Gustafsson, Hartman. 1657, not doing his netminder any favors. 1-1, shot 16-9 for Minnesota, but Pittsburgh with some momentum. Trenyon to Urov. Urov tried to send it back at center. Crosby gets it back. Pittsburgh, blue line. Shot from the right. Post! Gustafsson moving. The Wild retrieve it. 3-on-2 for Minnesota as they come the other way. Boldy unable to get that shot to his right. Good stick by Pittsburgh. And Pittsburgh's right back at it. And player down. Urov is down for Minnesota. And Pittsburgh was with possession. They blow this puck down as Urov's on the ground. Did he take a high stick or high puck or what happened here? Oh, it was? Urov blocked the shot. Wrist? Midsection, they're saying. Looked like he grabbed his right arm, but he went down right after blocking that shot. Face off at neutral ice, and Pittsburgh Penguin don't get a 3-on-2, but hope the young guy's okay. Pittsburgh's not happy. They want to face off in the offensive zone. All right, and again, the hockey, assuming Urov's okay, the hockey gods, another little bit of a gift here. 16 minutes on the clock, and the Wild back into the Pittsburgh zone. Shot in front. Not deflects up and wide. They keep this raw as is. Gavin McKenna, sweepstake, lottery pick at least. You don't think they're playing a good game here tonight, Swerve? I mean, look, I haven't been glass half full at all this game, but this game is far from the anchor game. Malkin with a broken stick. Faber. This is not the game to have the crash out for. I think Ek had a really good first period. Haven't really noticed him much here in the second. The first period, he was involved in every single whistle, every single play he was on the ice. If anything, I think he probably was one of their best players in the first period. But yeah, hasn't really noticed him much here in the second. We're only 5 minutes in, though. And Pittsburgh has had some momentum. All right, and here come the Wild. Losing it at the blue line. Johansson tries to retrieve it. He sends it back into the corner. Battling for it on the wall. Comes to Pittsburgh. 2-on-2 through the neutral zone. Nice job. Pittsburgh backhand. That goes wide. Good job by the Wild coming back to retrieve that as there was an open net on the right side. Back at center. Wild dump this one back in. Looks like we have some tired legs here. Kaprizov stays out. He'll likely go to the bench on... No, Kaprizov's still on the ice. Yeah, well, I didn't know that. 14-21. And let's be honest, even if they're last place, they're not going to get him. There's no way Gary Bettman's going to give Gavin McKenna to the Minnesota Wild. Oh, shot in front of the net, and that goes wide, falling Pittsburgh player as well. Back up to his feet. Wild with it. Juracek up the right wall. There's just a few teams we know are never, even if it's deserved, are never going to get it, never going to win the lottery. Vancouver's one of them too, so I hear you. Oh, Boldy, they're showing some of the replays of his last opportunity. Pittsburgh have had some good sticks here tonight, guys. Getting that stick involved. Can't believe we're 29th in the league right now. It's crazy, but based on how they've been playing, I mean, last game they actually played okay. They just kind of shot themselves in the foot early. This game so far have been playing pretty good against Pittsburgh, who's been awesome to start the season. But yeah, for the most part, the season's been absolute dog shit. And there's been very few guys who've been positive lights, but even then haven't been able to help like take over games. Like Boldy obviously been good. Rossi's been consistent, but just hasn't really taken over. Kaprizov, well, we need to see more from him and more and like less mistakes and keep the consistency. And we just need some more out of some of these other guys. Yeah. Well, I didn't say cup. I said we're not talking about the cup. We're talking about the first round pick or the first overall pick. (13-17). Vancouver's been to the finals twice, so that has nothing to do with Gary Bettman. He didn't make Luongo suck ass in the last game. He didn't make Aaron Rome try to take someone's head off. Winnipeg's not going to be in the league for in like 2 or 3 years anyway, so it doesn't even matter. They'll be somewhere down south. All right. TV timeout here. We going to full commercial break. They're showing just some footage as they had one Make-A-Wish kid join the team for practice and sign, the day contract. Practicing with the boys at Tria. I think one of the coolest moments where we've seen teams like do this and bring, some of these kids in. There was one in San Jose, and he just like broke down on the bench. And I remember like everyone that was just such a big moment. Winnipeg to Arizona. Bettman is hell bent on making hockey work there. Yeah, I don't think the timeline's gonna match. They need a rink, and they're 5 to 10 years away from that. Whereas like they could go to Kansas City now, they could go to Houston now. I was just on the phone with Bettman. He said he's got us. Again, overall, I think the hockey gods are giving the Wild a little bit of rope in this game. He's not just shitting on them this game. The kid who was invited and skated with the team, the Make-A-Wish kid, he apparently asked Fleury if he could prank Crosby with him tonight. What a beauty. What a beauty. We'll have a good team. Won't matter, though. The hockey gods hate us. Hey, they're showing some mercy here tonight. But overall, yes, I would agree. All right, we're back at it. 12:57. Behind the net. Penguins send this the length of the ice, and this is going to be icing. Face off in the Penguin zone. I would love to see a drastic prank from the kid. Dude, I'm sure he had like a list, and he's like, "Yo, Fleury, I've been taking notes. This is what I think we should do." Face off won cleanly by the Penguins. They send up the right side, Wild with it. Penguins get it back, shot, bouncing puck, and save by Gustafsson. Yeah, Mantha. I mean, you look at Pittsburgh, and it's like, I mean, scoring solves everything too. And it's like, they have a pretty big team. Like, they have some solid veterans on the team who aren't not named Letang, Crosby, Karlsson, and Malkin. I always forget, like, Mantha's on the team now, and he's been doing pretty good with them. A little bit of a resurgence. Never the quickest guy, but, you know, one of the few power forwards, I would say, left in the league. Face off to the left of Gustafsson. Wild win it. Faber. Nice backhand pass, but no one there to retrieve it. Hinostroza tried to get it. Unable to. Hartman sends it around the boards. That's going to go all the way to the other side. Faber keeping it in. Collision behind the net. And Pittsburgh gets it back. 12:50 or 12:15. Letang and Hinostroza having a war of words. Pittsburgh sends it back to Malkin. Malkin fighting for it in the corner. Wild retrieve it. And here comes Hartman. 2-on-2. Hartman, cross ice. Hinostroza, front of the net, looking for a tip to Foligno. That goes up and wide. Pittsburgh sends it back down the length of the ice. Wild with it. No icing. Didn't go that far. Kaprizov's sprung up front. Loses it. Pittsburgh. Now that's going to be icing. Another face-off in the Pittsburgh zone. Some good opportunities here by the Wild. They need to start capitalizing on them. Shot 17. 10 for Minnesota. You know what's sad? We still have the best power play in the NHL. Are you kidding me? So nobody's scoring on the power play right now. You know, okay, I feel less bad. Nobody's scoring on the power play right now. I feel less bad. Bro, I was saying they have to beat the Vancouver Canucks. Vancouver have 9 players injured. 9 players injured. My buddy who lives in Vancouver just texted me and said he just saw Hughes and Garland walk out of a watch store. Hughes with a milkshake in one hand, probably $20,000 watch in the other. I don't know if he had a milkshake, but I feel like Hughes would. Pittsburgh with it. Shot. Great save by Gustafsson. And Minnesota's trying to take advantage of momentum on the other side. Right side, Rossi behind the net. Trying to set anybody up, but no one was in position just yet, so he rings it around the boards. Behind the net. Johansson. Back to Kaprizov. Johansson. Back to Kaprizov in the corner. Kaprizov. Jiricek. Jiricek unable to get it to the net. And the Penguins come back the other way. Penguins. Drop back shot. That went up and wide. Gustafsson didn't even have to make that blocker save. Pittsburgh keeps it in the Wild zone in the corner. Retrieving it is the Wild. They send it up the right wall. William to Johansson. Johansson sends it all the way back down the ice. Yo, what's up, sis? I know you like points per millions, but bro, we're talking on numbers. Dude, points per million is the craziest stat I've ever heard. The lore behind that stat is that the one player that everybody last year in Minnesota was hating on, they re-signed him for $800,000, and he's got 5 goals and 9 points already this season. And he's leading the team in points per million, which is just hilarious. That was even uttered on the broadcast. 9:34. Crosby shot. Gustafsson will reach for it with the left glove, but that went left and wide. That reminds me of this guy who plays with the Blue Jays. Kirk, they literally found him randomly in Mexico and they paid him like $75,000 to get the guy out of his contract. Wow. All right, 9:08. Faber from behind the net. Boldy. And Yurov looks okay. He's back out there. Fourth line is now back out there. Chenyan, Yurov battling in the corner. Yurov is back. Yeah, good to see. Good to see. Pittsburgh, 2-on-2. William sends it to Pitlick. Pitlick tries to drop it back. Nobody there. Pittsburgh with it. Maybe he's got the wind knocked out of him with that puck. And shot by Letang. That's tipped on net. Pittsburgh holding at the blue line. Wild backhand. They get it out. Still trying to hold on to it. Flailing as the Wild look for a change. Kirk is a mint man. He's just like, feel the thrill. Pitlick with a fantastic pass to Dewar. The good old days. It's funny because I think Tyler Pitlick, I think Edmonton Oilers, but that was literally like a decade ago. Hinostroza still with it. Waiting for reinforcement. Spurgeon, slap shot. Oh, never mind. Spurgeon tries to set someone up at center, but Foligno unable to tip it. Doesn't surprise me. MLB. They just open up their checkbook, but again, only 75,000 or 75. Yeah, only 75,000. A little get out of your contract bonus. 7:15. Oh my God. And Pittsburgh's going to take another penalty here. Too many men on the ice. Nevers is starting MLB catcher in the World Series. And I hope he loses. I hope he cries when they lose. Because I don't want to ever see a Toronto sports fan happy. Because that would just make me unhappy. Swerve, how is this team leading the league in power play? How? It's insane. It's insane. All right, let's see if the Wild can score on their 4th opportunity here tonight, guys. Because he's Mexican? No, I don't hate Toronto because there's one Mexican who lives there. If that's what you're trying to say. No shot the Jays win it. It's Toronto. Yeah, I know, exactly. Yeah, I don't want any Toronto team to ever win anything while I'm alive. Bro, I would cut off an entire foot of mine if it meant no Toronto sports team is going to live or going to gonna win in my lifetime. I'd cut off both feet, bro. I'd go wheelchair bound. I've never been to Texas Roadhouse. And honestly, the only thing I've ever had from Taco Bell is their crunch wrap. No, their breakfast crunch wrap. And it was good. It was good, but that's the only item I've ever had from a Taco Bell is their breakfast crunch wrap. It was damn good, though. It was damn good. I would like to see... No, I wouldn't. I would be puking the whole time. And not from the beers, but by utter disgust that the Leafs, that a Toronto sports fan is happy due to a win. All right, power play here. Minnesota, back to the blue line. No, what? I don't even know what that is. And every single one would make me sick. 138. Good job by Pittsburgh pressuring it back to back to the neutral zone. Wild fight their way back into the Pittsburgh zone. Is it fast food place? Yep, same here about TO teams. Oh, about Toronto teams? Hell yeah, baby. 111. Wild. Send it back in, but can't get their cycle going. Texas Road is so good. Is it fast food chain? Yo, what's up, Scott, by the way? Good to see you. We got the City Life crew here as well. Bro, I live in Minnesota, not Texas. I don't know what you want with me. There's no Buc-ee's here either. Just Quick Trip. Just Quick Trip. Quick Trip's way better from what I hear, though. 50 seconds. The powerless play. At it again. Can't really get anything going. Left side. Boldy. Kaprizov. Boldy back to Kaprizov. Shot. Again, the Pittsburgh, they've been aggressive with their sticks here tonight. It's a steakhouse restaurant. Oh, okay. So it's like the Keg. Is it like the Keg of the United States? Or is the Keg fancier, chat? We got some Canadians in the live chat here. I've had honey butter before. I make my own honey butter. Oh, puck deflected in a short-handed opportunity by the Pittsburgh Penguins and a save by Gustafsson. Puck up the other side. Bouillon drops back. Shot at center by Rossi. Rebound. Can't get it. They can't get it. And here comes Pittsburgh. This is a cheap steakhouse, bro? Okay. Is there one in Minnesota, Trav? I'll have to check it out. Their rolls are insanely good. I love honey butter. I put that shit on homemade bread or bannock. Sometimes on crepes. Hey, thank you so much, Simon. Appreciate you. Come over to YouTube and join our live chat here. 4 minutes and 33 seconds. Here come the Wild again. Right side. Trenyon. Oh, and shoots it right and wide. There's one in around Lakeville. Okay. Hey, appreciate you, Simon. Yeah, come over to YouTube. That's where we're buzzing. Unlimited free rolls, unlimited honey butter. I'm just going to pocket that shit. The fact that this is the best power play just shows that the whole league is slacking. Good to see you, by the way, Sis and Scott. Some crossover here from the City Life Project. No, I can't like Texas Roadhouse. It's legendary, bro. Okay, do we have to have like the City Life meetup at Texas Roadhouse? There's probably hundreds and hundreds in Minnesota. Hands of Stone. I know, bro. He's like fucking Chris Higgins. Like the Chris Higgins of Minnesota. Did Chris Higgins ever play in Minnesota, by the way? I don't think so. Literally, as much as we loved him in Vancouver, we called him Stone Hands Higgins. No, I played Montreal. Man, he only played for... Oh, no, okay. He played 1 year for the Rangers and 1 year for Florida, but mostly played in Montreal, Calgary, and Vancouver. The old Stone Hands Chris Higgins. Dude, I live in Minnesota, not Texas. Nice, nice. Have you heard of Ricky's All Day Grill? I'm not disappointed with you. I know you haven't heard of Ricky's All Day Grill. I ain't disappointed with you. Just saying. Have you heard of the Keg? Well, the Keg's more fancy. 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Left side. Crosby shot. That goes right and wide. Yeah, so is Ricky's All Day Grill. So is Ricky's All Day Grill. You don't know what that shit is. I ain't fucking on your case about that. Clearly not, because Burger King's in... You know Burger King. I know Burger King. You don't know Ricky's. I don't know Texas Roadhouse. You picking up what I'm putting down here, buddy? Enough is enough. Bring the bread man to the state of hockey. Yes, bring the honey bun rolls. Oh, you mean the bread man. Sorry. I thought you meant the bread man from Texas Roadhouse, not Artemi Panarin. Once Alberta becomes part of the States, I might come live there. Fucking idiots in Alberta, dude. I like Alberta. Well, I'll just say this. Calgary is one of my favorite cities in Canada, but holy fuck. Are their government being a bunch of fucking idiots right now? 2 minutes and 21 seconds. Doing their best USA impression, banning books and shit. It's crazy, man. And I'm the first one to... I lived there for a few years. I fucking love Calgary. And you know what? Red Deer's pretty all right for a small meh town. Bring the honey bun rolls. Weed's been legal in Canada for almost a decade. You're good, sis. You're good. You probably got a clean slate now. Sis is going to be the only person thanking Trudeau by the time he leaves. Danielson is my hero. 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Man, choppy end of the period. A lot of whistles. A lot of icings. A lot of offsides. Just don't go through the Idaho border and you're good. 210. Unlimited rules, unlimited honey butters, unlimited peanuts. Superior rule set? There's superior rule set away from being perfection by the sound of it. Yeah, you fuck the Olive Garden. Texas Roadhouse sounds like where it's at. 1 minute 52 seconds. I still got to eat dinner. Should I just... When do they close? 1 minute and 46 seconds. Pittsburgh with it. Behind the net. Good job holding the line. Shot. Deflection. Doesn't get to the net. Faber behind the net. Sends it all the way around the right side. Center. Kaprizov. Hits Hinostroza. Hartman. Sends it around. Foligno tried to deflect it back to the blue line, and that goes way down the length of the ice. Both teams are going to change. Final minute. One minute and 10 seconds. Left side. Can't get it out. Crosby. Sends it to the slot. Deflected, but no shot. They all close at 10. I don't think I'll be able to make it, boys. 46 seconds. That sounds like Vlad's wet dream. 38 seconds and a nice shot by Pittsburgh and good save by Gustafsson. So we're really going to a TV timeout with 38 seconds left. You cruel, cruel bastards, you. Really? Really? TV timeout with 38 seconds? I took a tie in this game on Pro Line. This ain't the NCAA. How do you guys not have PTSD from that song? Holy. Bro, I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it Texas Roadhouse tonight. That's okay. Next time. Next time. By the way, what's your guys' best quick trip? What's your dream quick trip spread? Let's say 3 to 4 items. 3 to 4 items. Let me know in the chat. Let's take a look at the poll question here. How many points does Marcus Johansson end the night with? 1, 38%, 2, 31%, 3, 23%, and a few of you sickos, 8% say 4. I love it. Don't forget to smash the like button. We're trying to get to 20 likes on the video. We've only got like 8. We've only got like 8. I will. So far, my YouTube chat has had me try Chick-fil-A for the first time, which awesome. No complaints. I've never had a Pop-Tart in my life. I know the City Life chat wanted me to like do a full-on every type of Pop-Tart mukbang. I truly think I'll die on screen because like I try to avoid sugar like the plague. And I feel like if I eat like 40 different types of Pop-Tarts, my body might just like shut down. But we'll see. Quick Trip with a K. Way better than 7-Eleven. Like, I can't even... It's like a mini grocery store with 1,000 more options of food that's way better quality. Yeah, I've never had one. Tex-Mex burrito, Chunka Lunka cookie, French toast tornado. Oh, I'm bookmarking it. I'm taking note of all your guys' best quick trip spreads. 20 seconds. Swerve, I'd say it's 7-Eleven on steroids. It's like, I would say it's closer to like Japanese 7-Eleven than like North American 7-Eleven. I'd say that's a better way to describe it. 5 seconds left and the Wild are able to hold off the Penguins here. Penguins unable to even get one last shot, and that will do it for the second period. No, I mean, the only reason I moved to the United States was for quick trips, so I doubt anything will be able to top that. It's kind of a country. I mean, a Texas Roadhouse? No. No, dude. I thought it was an Asian restaurant. I ain't gonna get no dim sum at Texas Roadhouse. I only allow myself to eat it once a month. I run every day. I've been trying to do 500 squats every day. No weights. If I do weights, I just do normal fucking squats. I listened to Jaromir Jagr talk about his workouts when he was in his 30s, and I went, I'm the biggest pussy on the planet compared to him. I have to start doing more. So I'm doing like a Jagr light everyday workout. So I'm doing a third of his run every day. I'm doing half of his squats. Sometimes I only do 400. And then for core work, I've just been, deadlifting. And do you guys remember that fucking P90X shit that came out in like the early 2000s? The ab workout and the stretch that they had, you can find them now just like online, are actually really good. I've been doing that as well. The first time I was in Vancouver bar, late 90s, I was offered cocaine almost instantly. It's not a big of a deal here. I didn't partake. That sounds like Vancouver. I just stuck to the hippie lettuce. Shout out to Vancouver Island. And the craft beers. But put it this way, Trav, I went and saw Eric Clapton when I was 17. I was third row center. And I was sitting next to someone my age. his dad, and likely his grandpa. And when they played cocaine, I'm not going to lie, I saw thousands of mini spoons dig into pockets. And I was like, God damn, I'm the odd man out here. P90X had me wanting to meet God. Shout out to Tony Horton. Oh, which comedian said this one? I've heard this bit before. Was it Bobby Lee? I feel like it's Bobby Lee on like the Bad Friends podcast. Or maybe it was his co-host. Anyways, I can't play the Probert highlight on stream because the NHL hates anybody who shares our YouTube content. But if you guys want to tag me in any hockey fights that aren't NHL, just write the name of who's who in the chat. Who's fighting who? I know it's lame, but it's like UFC. I can show like every highlight in MMA except for UFC. It's kind of the same thing. But tag me on Twitter, Instagram, or just highlight it in the chat and we'll react to some. Okay, it's one of definitely. I've heard that in a comedy bit before. Like I'm about 70% sure it was on the Bad Friends podcast, but again, I'm only maybe 65. But some comedian with either an Asian friend with them or an Asian comedian uttered that. If there's a hockey fight involved, maybe some people are throwing their scraps on OF. God damn, dude. It's like almost as bad as the... Dude, I'm telling you, he is the only bright spot in Vancouver right now. What is it now? 8 goals? 8 goals, 0 assists on the season? He's probably going to score against the Wild, but that's going to be it. No one else is going to score for the Vancouver Canucks. They have 9 of their fucking players out. Kiefer Sherwood, man. 30 years of age. Came out of fucking nowhere. Puts up 19 goals last year. 40 points. 8 points, 8 goals in 11 games to start this season. Is he leading the team in goals? How are you? Brock Besser with 4. He's been dealing with some injury, of course, because he always is. No one else can fucking... You talk about the Minnesota Wild having scoring issues. At least you guys ain't the Vancouver Canucks. Holy. 69, dude. God, I can't listen. I don't know where you guys are watching this right now. I'm watching on the FanDuel. This commercial going on right now where everything's like raining. That I can't listen to that song anymore without thinking like someone's about to die in Korea. By the way, Sis is my buddy from the City Life Project. Shout out to the City Life Project, my second channel. But shout out to him and Scott as well, who showed up here. Crossing over. Hoptics is another crossover as well. I think I'm on handing candy out to the kids. So yeah, that's it. I was maybe gonna go to a show, but I think I'm just gonna stream MMA. Hand candy out to the neighbor because I'm in a pretty I don't want to say like nice neighborhood, but like pretty middle class neighborhood, which there's a lot of young families around. So I'm sure there's like, I don't know. I'm sure I'll be able to fucking get through or empty a bowl in like 2-3 hours. So yeah, just that, and then watching some MMA. Yeah, I was gonna go to a show. A blues guitarist actually from back home was coming through town, but I don't know. As much as like I don't mind going to shows by myself, everybody else I knew was busy, and I'm like, all right, well, fuck it. But shout out to Jesse Roper. All right, let's quickly take a look at the box score here, guys. Don't forget to smash that like button. Don't forget to vote in the poll question. If you guys are watching on Facebook or X, what are you doing with your life? Come over to YouTube. Join our live chat here. I'm just going to make a quick post on Twitter. I'm just saying third period coverage coming up next. Let me know your biggest takeaways from the second period, guys. God, after every stream, I swear I have nightmares with that song. And the nightmare is just my life with that song in the background. Oh, yeah, Johansson being interviewed by Kevin Gordon. Yeah. Rest in peace to an American hero. All right, so let's take a look at Minnesota's forwards here. Matt Boldy, no points here on the night. 15 shifts, 36 minutes of ice time. Erik, same amount of shifts, just under him. Foligno, 9 minutes. Hartman, 13. Hinostroza, 9. Johansson, 10. Kaprizov, 14:40. Rosu, 12. Tarasenko, 10. Yurov, only 5. Trenton, 7. And Tyler Pitlick with only 5. As far as the defense, again, Yurchek playing a little bit more in the second period. He's at 7:27 now. Spurgeon and Faber taking the big minutes. Spurgeon 14, Faber 16, Brodin 14:44, Middleton 12, and Bouillon 11:47. No goals to the Wild in that second period. Pittsburgh was able to tie it up. The goal coming from Tommy Novak, former Minnesota Golden Gopher, with assists by Kovanen. Oh, sorry, by nobody. Oh, sorry, it was, what am I saying? Ryan Shea got the goal. Letang and Novak with the assist. My bad. Novak starting that play from behind the net. I was confused for a sec. But anyways, there you go. The black Shama shirt. Can John Jones skate? I know Daniel Cormier play a little bit of a goalie. No, I haven't. All right, guys. Second period is wrapped up. Good competitive game. 16 shots for the Wild, 20 shots for the Wild, 17 for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Pittsburgh's taken 3 penalties. The Minnesota Wild 0 for 3 on the power play. Face-offs, dead even. And yeah, honestly, pretty much an even game. Other than that. Okay, I'll check it out. Then I'm going to take a quick break. Just going to grab my water. Rid myself of this coffee cup or else I'll just keep refilling it. And we're up early for a morning stream on my second channel. God, I got to somehow sneak a freaking Ryzen preview in too. Sis. At some point tomorrow. What the fuck are these? These look like they're from Walmart. What the absolute fuck? I just really got to catch them all. Gotta catch 'em all. It's Walmart. Cash out early on the game. Yeah, I mean, I don't see either. I don't see either team like taking over and peppering the other two with like 2 to 3 goals in this third period. I mean, maybe like one of them is an empty netter. If there's a team that's going to get hot in the third, it's probably going to be Pittsburgh, just given the Wild's recent bad luck. But it's been a pretty even game overall. Each goalie's played very good. Pittsburgh's power play, we haven't seen it yet, but I'd say like the only bad thing is the Minnesota Wild's power play hasn't been able to get a goal. But other than that, it's been a pretty even game and pretty competitive between both of them. It could stay tight. Maybe we only see the winner by 1 goal or like 2, but one of them's an empty net. I can't see the Wild taking over and peppering 3 goals or 2+ in this third. And again, out of the two teams, if I was going to guess, if there's going to be one that would be more likely to do it, but again, I'm not saying it is likely, it'd probably be the Penguins. The Chandler one's hilarious. I think the one that actually looked the least ugly is Max's, but the face on the figure is the face that I made upon looking at them for the first time. All right, guys, I'm going to take a quick break. On the other side, we'll be back with third period coverage. Your Minnesota Wild host the Pittsburgh Penguins. 1-1 going into the third in a very important game. Guys, we are proudly brought to you by our friends on Zamboni on 7th. Quick word from them, and then we'll be right back for more Minnesota Wild coverage. Back on the other side. Don't go anywhere.
Sundays are fun days at Zamboni's on 7th Restaurant and Bar. They love hockey, they love St. Paul, and they love bingo. Their charitable gambling sponsors are St. Paul Capitals Youth Hockey, and they've partnered with them for Sunday bingo with great cash prizes, including a $1,000 coverall game. Take advantage of free street parking on Sundays, and stop in for great food and drink, cash prizes, and of course, THC raffles during Zamboni's on 7th, Wake and Bake, and Smash Mouth Pizza Brunch Bingo Sundays. Come get it. Zamboni's on 7th Restaurant and Bar at 174 West 7th Street, right across the street from Grand Casino Arena. We're going to keep calling it the X. More than just your go-to spot before, during, and after all your favorite downtown events. Zamboni's on 7th is now your spot for late night downtown eats. On game days, event days, and plain old regular days, Tuesday through Saturday. Zamboni's on 7th is now serving their delicious tavern-style pizza, as well as fried specialties late into the night. Check out their menu online at zambonison7th.com or stop by for a few beers, cocktails, or sodas and dig in. Zamboni's on 7th. Before, during, and after. Way after.
And we are back live here on the Sota Pod YouTube channel for yet another Minnesota Wild watch along. If you guys are new to the channel, we do live play-by-play commentary, reaction, and of course, live interaction with all you amazing folks in the live chat here. Third period coming up in one of the better games the Wild have played, not only this season, but this Homestead. Marcus Johansson fed Kaprizov for the first goal of the game. Beautiful goal. A goal that the New Jersey Devils actually scored on the Minnesota Wild a couple of times in that atrocious game and loss by the Minnesota Wild earlier this season. The hockey gods seemingly on the Wild side here. They have gotten a couple of lucky breaks. This game honestly probably should be 2-1 for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Malkin's goal waved off. Pittsburgh did even it out in the second period. Wild unable to capitalize on their power play. They've gone 0-3, which again could have helped them out even if they got 1 for 3. Since this has been overall a tight game. Yo, what's up, dude? How's it going? Yeah, Corby. That's the thing. It's like, it's whack, but it's working. And Johansson's actually had a good year, so far anyway. So until Zuccarello comes back, you got to just go with what's working right now, because so much of what we hoped would work is not working. And if this is going to get some of the guys going, if this is going to help Kaprizov feel like he doesn't have to take on 3 guys at once coming into the neutral zone or coming into the offensive zone, then we'll take it. You just missed it. Steph just threw the ball. Andres, good. Maybe some eye pokes. Most of them have visors now. There's only 3 players who were grandfathered into the no visor club. 1931. Crosby unable to get that first shot or second attempt. Bad, super hard. Tried to throw a chest pass. Oh, that makes me smile. I mean, I don't know why everyone's still hating on Johansson. He's had a good year. Like, I don't get it, man. I don't get how Corby and the Wild fans just can't stand Marcus Johansson. I understand you can be upset at the situation that he's still in the lineup and some young guys aren't ready or not given the opportunity. 100% get the anger in that, but the blind hate now, and I'm saying blind hate because if you guys are watching the games, he's actually doing what he does. Johansson to Kaprizov. Back to Johansson. Johansson unable to get that shot up, but still has it. Sends it back in front. He has it again. Shot blocked by Pittsburgh. Middleton. Drive. That goes wide. Spurgeon. Shot back on it. That gets tangled up in the ankles of a Pittsburgh player. But look, I'm not going to defend this team throughout the season. They've had a terrible start to this season. I'm just stoked that they haven't looked bad this game. Actually look competitive. And McSorley did that once upon a time. Wayne is the better player. Ovi's the better goal scorer. Foligno trying to send it back to center. Trickled back to the blue line. Brodin. Shot that can't get through. Right side for Pittsburgh as they clear it back to center. 1748. Pittsburgh tries to gain the line, and Wild send this back down into the Pittsburgh zone. Hinostroza there with it. Nice check by the Wild, but they don't retrieve the puck. Pittsburgh has it. Drop pass not completed, but Pittsburgh has it. Throws it in front of the net. Save, rebound. Wild get the rebound back. I will read this comment once there's a break in action. Fourth contract with the team has only been good on the way out. And yet people are still criticizing him. Again, so... Okay, so you have every right to shit on him then? I mean, I guess I shouldn't say right, but like, you think that because of that context, his points this year don't matter. Again, I don't get the blind hate, Corby. And Corby, I know you're not a plebeian. So I'm actually a little disappointed in you. I'm not going to lie. I'm actually a little disappointed in you. Because I don't take Corby as a plebeian, ladies and gentlemen. Corby's not a sheep. But what a sheepish way to defend the blind hate. What a sheepish way to defend the blind hate. William can't catch a break. He got chipped by it. His own teammate and bleeding from his mouth. Yes, one of the best on the planet. You're playing good recent. I want Pittsburgh to make the playoffs. He's just a kid though. I'm sure he'll be better late in his career. Prize is not shitting on him. Town is on the first line. Again, Mr. GM, what would you suggest? Again, I don't get this blind hate. Again, Corby, again, you're smarter than this. I suggest watching the hockey games and then coming back with some hate. Or lack thereof, which I think there'll be some lack. I think there'll be some lack thereof. Oh, hilarious. I never thought Corby would be making that noise in the live chat, ladies and gentlemen. Never thought. But alas, this season is getting the best of all the homies and homettes in the live chat. 16-10. And bringing it up the ice. Kaprizov, sharp angle shot. That didn't even hit the net. That just went cross ice. 15-56. Up the left side. Backhand to center. Kaprizov slows it down. Back to Johansson. Shot. Johansson sucks, ladies and gentlemen. That shot went wide. Terrible player. Terrible player. Get him off the team. Sell this is street beef? Nah. 2-on-1 for the Wild. Johansson tried to evade, or tried to at least stay on a man for the drop back pass. There was no drop back pass. Gustafsson made the save. Puck trickles down the other end of the ice, and we're gonna have a whistle. Good save by Gustafsson. I'll be there for you. Da-na-na, da-na-na-na-na-na. Oh. 15-21. We're gonna have a face-off. Left of Jerry. He's mugging you. Kaprizov right over the line. Sorry, that was face-off in the Wild zone. Wild played over the line, but Pittsburgh gets it back. Crosby back to Novak. Novak shot, saved by Gustafsson. Wild retrieve it in the corner. Up center. 2-on-1. Hartman. Again, he tried to spring Hinestroza, but the Pittsburgh Penguins, they've had great sticks all night. Getting their sticks in the lane, breaking up passes all night. I've said it since the beginning of the game. I've seen it since the first period. Nice pass to center. Even better defense by Hartman. The puck still gets through. Saved by Gustafsson. Hartman doesn't have a stick. Novak sends at center. Hartman gets a stick back. Shot. Pad saved by Gustafsson. That goes right. It's on the most adversity of the Wild have faced so far this period, and they get it back. Slowing things down right side. Unable to hold that pass. Pokes it into the offensive zone, and Pittsburgh comes back here swinging. Pittsburgh shot, rebound, unable to get the rebound is a Pittsburgh. Another shot, and Gustafsson gonna glove this one down, or hang on to this one anyways as he absorbs it. 14:03. Just looking at the replays here. .1402 Pittsburgh blue line. Shot, rebound, score. And Pittsburgh's up by 1. No, 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 no.
Emotional damage.
No, 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 no. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. And that is 2-1 for Pittsburgh. Let me quickly just refresh. As literally right after the goal, my shit just froze. Do 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 do. Oh, the same style of goal too, man. The same style of goal too. Pass, deflection, right behind the pad. Beautiful stuff by Brian Russ. Shea with 2 points against us. Boldy, man, why we icing? I thought we already had this talk. There's no way Gary Bettman's going to give the Wild the first overall pick. The Wild have a better chance of winning the Stanley Cup in our lifetime than they do ever getting a first overall pick. All right. Good night, Swerve. You can leave. 12:59. And a shot that goes wide. And let's see if the Wild get dejected here. And we see those long faces that we've seen on the bench most of this season. And in textbook Minnesota Wild fashion, right before we go to a TV timeout here, Minnesota takes a penalty. And for the first time in this game, the Penguins will be up a man. Minnesota Wild all bitch? What does that mean, Jonathan Silva? Tyler Pitlick takes an elbow. Oh, that's all, folks. Explain yourself, Jonathan. We aren't Neanderthals here. Explain yourself. All right, first TV timeout of the period, ladies and gentlemen. Shots 23 for the Wild, 27 for the Pittsburgh Penguins, starting to take over in this third period. And Wild and special teams haven't looked good tonight. Haven't capitalized on the power play. And now they're going to a penalty kill. Brodin got to be better in front of the net. Come on, Brodin. Yep, Brodin. I mean, Spurgeon's looked a lot better tonight compared to, honestly, his start to the season. But, you know, Brodin's also a little guilty for some poor play, too. I mean, let's be honest. None of the defense has played well. None of the defense has played well. Faber in the last few games has obviously regained some confidence and has been elevating his play a little bit more to what we're used to. Hopefully, because again, the first two periods of this game been a solid showing for the Wild. Let's hope they don't regress even more in this third. All right, 12:43. And we got Pitlick in the box there. Pittsburgh. Right side. Top of the circle. Shots. Missing the net. Rebound. Scored. Yup.
Emotional
And a power play goal by the Pittsburgh Penguins. I mean, you kind of knew it was going to happen. You kind of knew it was going to happen. You kind of knew it was going to happen. Oh, yo! I just saw my friend in the audience. Coach is gone within the week. Get fucking Hines out of here. 3-1. I haven't seen someone get beat like this since... Oh, my God. Wow. Good to see you, by the way, Brian. Brian, I said if the Wild don't win a game at home, if they lose to the Canucks, I'm not watching the Wild the rest of the season. I'm just watching the Iowa Wild. I'll be live for these games, but it ain't going to be the Minnesota Wild on. It's just going to be Iowa. Oh, my goodness. 3-1 Pittsburgh, ladies and gentlemen. Just like that. Just like that. I mean, I don't know if anybody can lose to the Canucks because they're that bad. But if the Wild do, then they are even worse. 12-01, certainly enough time to get 2 goals, but man, do you trust this team? I surely don't. Bought my season tickets and started the losing streak? No. It's not on you. It's not on you. And I hope they turn it around for you, Cobra. Talk about the lost room. That is true. Iowa has caught some steam. Riley Heights looked really good. Jerry Mayhew, what a great addition again. Gustafson's in net. And he's been playing honestly, he's been playing pretty good. The goalie hasn't goaltending hasn't really been the issue. Especially maybe the power play goal he wants back. The one before was a sick cunt of a goal. Excuse my French. I thought it'd be better than watching a bubble hockey game this year. I honestly, Corby, we all thought so, man. We all thought so. Oh, and what a save by Gustafsson. Literally right on cue. And another shot left side and another save by Gustafsson as he dives in. That's 2 back-to-back insane saves by Philip Gustafsson. I think that is the least of the issues, but I have no doubt Faber will be captain soon. Hey, the Penguins are up 2 goals. Jay dropped 500 big ones on the Penguins, so he's... Look at Crosby, gets the pass. Oh my God, diving glove save. I mean, I've never heard him say that, and I doubt you're in the room, so that is not a fact, ladies and gentlemen. That is not a fact. That is purely speculation. Again, Cobra, maybe you are a reporter, but I'm not going to believe you on face value. I've never heard him say that in the room. I haven't heard Joe Smith or Russo or Jesse Pierce quote him saying that. So until I see that quote, I'm going to call bullshit, but I do want to see Faber become captain. Gus Bus is the only one who showed up today. I disagree. You're letting the third period cloud your judgment 100%, Brian. The first 2 periods were actually were very competitive periods, and the first 2 lines won. I would say the first 2 lines showed up for sure. The third line looked good in the first period. Second period, they dried up a little bit, and Hartman just hasn't had a good game overall. And Hinostroza with a shot. That save goes up left side. Back to Boyum. Again, I'm down with there being another voice in the room, but let's be honest. If someone needed to say something, they're not holding back because they don't have a fucking letter on their chest, right? Faber will be captain sooner than later, and a backhand opportunity stopped by Tristan Jarry, who we have to give credit tonight too. I know we're just bashing the Wild in this third period, and you know what? They deserve a bashing based on how they've been playing the start of this season, but you got to give some credit to Tristan Jarry as well. This third period, the Wild haven't attacked as much, but they've had a lot of opportunities in the first 2 periods, and Jarry has been on fire. Perhaps. Could have been 5-1 Pittsburgh. Okay, so we're believing AI TikToks now. I certainly am not, buddy. I certainly am not. Too frustrating to keep watching. Didn't realize you were streaming. The first two, I don't know why you guys are hating on the first two periods. The first two periods are really good hockey. This third period's when they're falling apart. Defense doing Gus 0 favors. Story of the season. Fines and fight after this. Maybe Garen needs the boot. No, guys. I mean, again, I think you guys are being way too brash after this period. If they don't win in this homestead, he's out. But his seat going up from lukewarm to warm after this game, 100%. Assuming they lose it. There's still 8 minutes left. Gustafsson with a nice left glove save. I don't think Hines is going to survive the season if this continues. But I remember Z, Joe Smith, Brett... I literally was on every Sota Pod podcast this week, and every single one of them said the same thing, unprovoked by me and without listening to each other. They all said, if no wins come on this homestead, then 100% that's going to be a possibility. Before then, the seat's just going to get hotter. I think the first was a good period. The second, they started to fall off quick. You can't even lie. Gus is saving them. I don't know. I've been mad as fuck at both after Brazil got 8 minutes. A toy for us. We need a solid 20 game sample size before coaching change. What about 15? I hope Cronin doesn't be interim coach. Oh, he won't. I want to see a full season with Cronin. That I can confidently say that he won't be the call-up. Here's a thought. Maybe Ek getting his ass beat in front of the net is a metaphor for this team right now. Foligno not being healthy is evident as well, as he played really hard in the first period and then was like skated back to the bench a couple times at the end of the first, and in the second he was like flopping around, getting out muscled too. No, like he's not getting called up. That's not even in the cards. Everyone laughs or cries while the punishment Ek takes night after night. It's because Minnesota never does anything about it, ever. Yeah, he's the only guy. I don't think anyone will get the call-up. I think if Hines is fired, they will bring in a new coach. They're not going to just put a Band-Aid on this season. So that's what I mean too, guys. Everyone's like, I'll fire the coach after this one. It's like, well, I don't even think that the GM has a list yet. I think if they lose this game, he'll start making some calls. I think if they lose against the Canucks, they're going to I think after this game, he puts together a list. I think if they lose to the Canucks, he starts making calls. At some point, Minnesota needs to take the PIM and just go F someone up after Rek and Ek stand up for him once, but that's this team. I think no fight. Well, I'll push back on that and say in the last game, Middleton did do that. Right? And it fired up the boys. We even talked about it on Wildly Informed, but I'd like to see more of that. Yes. Fire Hines. I think his seat is getting hotter. That's 5 losses. As much as I say it, get DeBoer in here ASAP. I have no interest in DeBoer. I'd rather Tortorella. Hines should have gone when Montgomery was available. Yep. Yeah, I have no interest in DeBoer. If you're gonna go that route, go Torts instead. And Dumba laying out Kaprizov here, and is Pittsburgh taking another penalty? Oh, it's gonna be tripping on Crosby. I don't know what you're saying, Jonathan. You can't put words together. I don't think you're smart enough to speak. Oh, he doesn't even speak English. That makes sense. I agree. Love Torts. Let's go. At this point, they can't take a penalty unless they're planning on giving up a goal as well, right? Teams haven't been punished for any tough plays against their guys, hence why teams Minnesota is always taking hits because they are. No, agreed. I would just say, like, for the sake of conversation, since I am here to yap for 3 hours, I will say Middleton did do what you literally asked the team to do last night, but that's one example. I wonder if David Carlisle would be allowed to terminate his contract. Tortorella fits our play style, plus our guys need a good reaming. Exactly
that.
All right, Wild on the power play. Can they get... Oh, and Tarasenko can't hold the line. And Pittsburgh with it anyways. And they dump it. Clear it. Here comes Faber. 1 minute left on the power play. Faber dancing his way over the blue line. Faber sends it around. Tarasenko in the corner. Tarasenko loses it as he tries to spring Ek, and Pittsburgh sends it back down the length of the ice. 6 minutes remaining in the game. 45 remaining on the power play for the Minnesota Wild. And Kaprizov, man, weaving through everybody. Tries to weave through his own player as well. And actually the puck gets stuck on his own player's skate and he loses it. And the Wild now have to reset again. Torts, I think, is working for freaking like NHL Network right now. All right, Wild. 10 seconds left. Trying to keep this puck in the Pittsburgh zone, and they lose it. And Pittsburgh still with it. Finally losing it at the blue line. And both teams are trying to finish their changes. So, guys, next Wednesday, Brett and I are going to put together a list of 3 to 4 coaches, a list of names, and you guys can help us with that list too of coaches we'd like to see at least be on the call sheet. All right, bye, Jonathan, you little bitch. Jonathan, we're all about banter here, but if you're going to be an asshole, you can leave. Heavy boos. The crowd is booing the players because they haven't scored a power play goal this game. And you know what? Well deserved. Well deserved. I don't think it's puck luck at this point. I think the hockey gods actually gave the Wild some opportunities here tonight. Well deserved. Well deserved. Again, coming from the Vancouver market, I've seen worse than boos. I've seen jerseys on the ice. Oh, shot in front of the net. Trennian trying to slow that down and get a rebound, but unable to do so. And Wild back at center. In all seriousness, Billy isn't firing Hines because then he's going to have to buy him 2 times, aka the Olympics. Rossi fires that. That goes wide. I don't think he gets fired after this game. I think if they don't win or if they only just beat the Canucks, some calls will be made, and Billy Gannon will at least have a list of names that he can potentially bring in. Pittsburgh loses at center. Zeev crosses the blue line. Bouillon sends it cross ice, unable to take it, but held in by the Wild just barely. And he does keep it into the line. Kaprizov sends it back into the corner. Dang, I needed Crosby to get a goal, but good win. Johansson behind the net. Kaprizov. One-timer. Extra skater on. Bouillon. Kaprizov, a shot, and Pittsburgh gets it. Shot from their zone all the way into the net, and that's the dagger. Ooh, I have to double check. That's why I said, guys, for Wednesday's show, Wildly Informed, we'll have a list. And that does it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the dagger. That is the dagger. What a third period for the Pittsburgh Penguins. As a Wild fan, I'm disappointed. I'm not even a Wild fan. I'm just a Wild podcast producer. And I'm fucking mad. Oh, it's become frustrating to watch. But boring too. Bullseye indeed. Good to have everybody in the live chat here. I appreciate you guys. Thumbs up in the comments or in the chat or likes on the stream. I don't care. Thumbs up emojis in the live chat or like the stream if you're frustrated with the fucking Wild. Also, thumbs up in the chat and like the stream if you won some money betting on the Pittsburgh Penguins tonight. Because there's one guy in our chat who bet 500 big ones on them. And he's laughing right now. 2 minutes. And icing on the Wild. Very perimeter team. We need to commit to something at this point. We're not good enough for playoffs, so let's commit to rebuild or retooling. I mean, I would say, remember the high hopes for... There's a lot of other guys that I had higher hopes for than Trennan, but... Sticking up 2 thumbs and something else for that one. Hey, there's always ups and downs. It just sucks that the lows are so early this season. There's still time to right the ship, and at least they're not as bad as the Vancouver Canucks or Calgary Flames, but I mean, that's just grasping for positivity at this point. Tough for them inside the dots on both ends of the ice. Go Penguins! Another Wild coach soon to be gone from this country club roster. I mean, I don't think this roster is country club at all. But if you want to say older roster, then sure. Trennan played great tonight. Who can score? Boldy, Johansson, Kaprizov, Rossi, but it's like no one can just... They can't click together. It's like one night it's one of them, and they score 1 or 2, and that's about it. Todd Nelson is an interesting name. Dude, I dig it. I dig it. Yo, after the stream, comment your list of coach names, Brian, because you've been adding a lot of them on the comments of the stream after we're done here. That way it's kind of like bookmarked, and I'll draw from it on next week's show. Hey, what's up, Dark Changed Penguins? Good game. This is the most surprise season for me as a Penguins fan. I know a lot of people thought that this was going to be doom and gloom as far as play for the Pittsburgh Penguins, but a good farewell tour for Malkin, and that be the positivity. But no, Crosby and Letang said, fuck it, we're going to go on a run here for Malkin and the boys. I fucking love Scar/Guy Boucher, man. He's kind of got that Torts effect too, though. He's good for like 2 years. He'll throw a tantrum or 2 before he loses the room. Me as coach start calling Billy now. That's a good question. Hopefully one of the reporters asked Hines that tonight. Hey, appreciate you. Pittsburgh still with it. Can Shea get another point here tonight? Final 20 seconds. And for whatever fans are left there at the Grand friggin' Casino, they're booing right now. Hey, we lost in OT against the Bruins. Sucks. About another 2 points got away from us. Hey, Joyful Sabres, that sucks to see. You could be the Wild right now, though. Doesn't matter if somebody scores when you're unable to stop a nosebleed. A defense at the time, 100%, Colby, 100%. I wonder what this team looks like if they kept that Bannock kid. He has so many traits they're missing offensively. Bannock versus Urov versus and Ogren. Honestly, like, maybe he would have been able to... Put it this way. I have no doubt he would have maybe been able to find some comfortability, but it also, I think, was too big of a risk to hamper his development, and I'm leaning in that direction. I think him showing that he's too good for the OHL is amazing. He'll come play pro next year, and we'll be fine. We'll be fine. I just don't think he would have been the answer, and I think this situation with him probably getting limited minutes would have just hampered his development. Oh, let's go. I'm glad the Boston fans love him. What's up, Ruthless Sharky? Good to see you. We do need some more water bugs on the 3rd and 4th line. Hopefully the ones that are developing will be on this team sooner than later, but that's not this season. Hollander, Brazeau, Kindell, Novak, Koivunen, Pickering, and Brunicle are so legit for them. I meant to say that the people are booing the players off the ice. Get out of here. Oh, man. Well, that does it, ladies and gentlemen. That does it. I'll give us another.
Emotional, damn it.
I'm just chilling, watching the Sharks versus Devils. These are season 1 win and 1 loss. Oh, boy. Just as I thought being a Wild man was bad as Buffalo fan comes in even worse. Have fun with some playoffs for another year. Tarasenko useless in power play 1. Same mistakes like Z, but no production. Tarasenko didn't have a good game tonight overall. Gotta be proud. They played like a whole 7 minutes tonight. Talk about captivating. I think, again, the first and second period, I really didn't have any issues with this team. Obviously, Pittsburgh played a better second period than the first. The third period, though, no excuses. No excuses for that. Hey, no problem. Hey, thank you so much for showing some sportsmanship here, Dark. We had some, like, Spanish-speaking Pittsburgh fan who came in here just fucking guns toting. Jay Woodcroft. I think Z brought him up. What's up, Lethal Migraine? Wild need talent on all lines. Indeed. This franchise is a disgrace. Watching Garen continue to fail keeps proving me right. I'll say this. The first 2 parts of that comment, I agree. Nothing you've ever said has been proven right, but continue to pat yourself on the back. I'm pretty sure Costco has a sale on Kirkland Lube, and I know you're a big fan. Late to the stream tonight, but always enjoy your calls. Appreciate the work. But hey, I thank you for joining as well. Even the bane of my existence, Lethal Migraines in the live chat too. Appreciate you stopping in live here for once, buddy. Minnesota and Buffalo fans both suffering throughout the decades in several sports. I am happy for Nicash staying with the Avalanche. What an extension. He signs as well. Doing Lethal dirty. He loves it. Your knuckleheads are in OT with the Blues. Hey, they came back. Dude, they're missing 9 players. If the Wild don't beat the Canucks, I'm only watching the Iowa Wild the rest of the season. This is the biggest lie. I've seen a lot of lies in my day, in my 30 plus years on this planet. This is probably the biggest number 1 bullshit comment I've ever seen. But like I said, keep squirting that Kirkland Lube, my friend. Keep patting yourself on the back. It's all good. I'm not gonna hate or judge tonight. Let's all just bitch and complain. Does Billy actually think Hines is a good coach, or does he just love having a yes man? Well, I mean, last year, Hines proved he was a pretty good coach. Salvaging whatever he could from when Dino lost the room. I just think it has been a horrendous start to the season. And I don't think he's the right coach for this team moving forward based on what we've seen thus far. I've kept my cool for the most part of this losing streak, but tonight I'm pissed. I still have belief in BG. What is different in the locker room from last year? I like Silov for our goal. Oh, I'm so gutted as a Canucks fan that they let him go. Brody and Ekamboldi all were statues out there almost the entire game. Disagree. Bob didn't watch the first period. I'm not even going to read the rest of his comment because he clearly didn't even watch the first period. Y'all see that shot? Let's talk about ouch. Oh, I did see that. I have a laundry list. I have about 40 things because you comment about 100, which thank you so much for the comments. I appreciate that. I'm just complaining this season for Flames. What's up, Deadly Flames? Good to see you. By the way, shout out to all of the amazing subscribers we have who are commenting here at the end of the stream. I know It's not the most positive. It's not the most positive time, but vent away, vent away. We'll stay alive for a few more minutes. Gerard Gallant would be great for this Wild. Especially since now there's more Ubers than taxis in the city. McKenna watch. I wish. But you know, as you and Lethal Migraine can even agree with me on this one. There's no way Gary Bettman's gonna ever allow the Minnesota Wild to have a first overall pick. Hell, the league would the Wild have a better chance of winning a Stanley Cup in our lifetime than ever getting the first overall pick. At the current rate, Hines is going to coach himself out of a job no matter how much Guerin likes him. I agree. I don't even think a win over the Canucks on this homestand will be able to save his job. What I think is now Billy Guerin is constructing a list of names. If they lose to the Canucks, he's calling every single one of them. I think if they struggle against the Canucks but salvage a win, he's calling a few of them. And if they don't win a single game on this homestead, if they don't win even the next game after the Canucks, then it might be the beginning of the end. Brock Besser. I'm glad that he's doing okay this year. I'm glad that he's doing okay. Still doing his thing. Never the quickest guy out there, but still hitting the net. I think he's second in goals behind Kiefer Sherwood. But I know he's been a little bit banged up. He's always banged up, though. Happy the Flyers won. Oh, you're right. Sorry. More than a laundry list. I'd say about 4 parchment rolls. So sorry, you're right. More than a laundry list. Again, Kirkland Lube, 30% off right now, man. I saw it in, it was on the front page of the Flyer. First thing I thought of, Lethal Migraine. I could click on any SodaPod vid from ever and we have proof Lethal being right. I'm just glad he's in the live chat. I'm glad he's hanging out with the homies. I mean, it's a should win and must win because they have 9 players injured and Garland and Hughes aren't joining them on the road trip. My buddy who lives in Vancouver said he literally saw Hughes and Garland walk out of a fancy ass watch shop at the mall. Fucking milkshake in one hand for Hughes, $20,000 watch in the other hand. I think the Flyers look good too. That Brock Besser comment was about who took that shot to the midsection tonight from the ouch post. I didn't even see that. That's the thing. I can point to probably 64 things. Don't get mad, Lethal Migraine. Don't get mad, buddy. I know you have a migraine. I know you're permanently with a migraine, but just go rub one out and you're good. Rub one out, pat yourself on the back, you're good. I know your favorite thing is jerking that ego of yours, my man. It's okay. The Wild aren't going to be okay, but you'll be okay, brother. You'll be okay. Boy, Rangers are having a rough season, too. That's like the only team right now that maybe could be a dance partner for the Wild in a trade based on how bad they've been, but I honestly don't even see it. Bro, can you imagine the Hellfire if they go 0 for... Uh-oh. Lethal Migraine, bro. He's gonna put a bullet through me before this is all said and done. There'll be fans outside the arena with pitchforks and torches, and one of them will be Lethal Migraine. It's because I can name 64 and we don't have enough time to read them all. If I'm going to read one, I'm going to read them all. And yes, I'm a fraud, ladies and gentlemen. I don't watch any hockey. I am not a face of this channel. I don't edit anything for the Soda Pod. I am a fraud. Lethal Migraine actually runs this channel. Where we actually plan this back and forth for you guys. He actually runs the channel. 64, yeah, 64. You're right. And that's just on one page. I haven't even clicked to the next 12 pages of videos. Wild Flames together for a tough season. But I hope you get the GM job, Lethal Migraine. I really do. Took a full-on friendly fire. Ooh, damn, of course. How do we fix our power play? Don't put Tarasenko on it. And Lethal Migraine runs this channel. He runs this channel. I'm the fraud. I think Letha has more comments on the channel than you have minutes stream. I think you're right. I think the Iowa Wild can beat the Minnesota Wild, not JK, but maybe. I don't think so. I don't think so. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Although Jerry Mayhew is a beauty, and Lethal Migraine actually can agree with me on that one. Dude, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And you could get all the free Kirkland lube you want, because I'm sure that the Wild would cover that for you. Hey, good to see you, Fatality Blackhawks. Have a good night, Blackhawks. Lost to the Jets, but I still have a good feeling for the Blackhawks. And Bedard gonna score more too. Yeah, it's obviously not the Blackhawks' year to pop. Like Montreal's like way closer to that. But so far they've looked better than they looked last year. Jets have looked a lot better than I thought they were. You know what? Actually, no. I'll say this. I thought the Jets would be better than the Blues this year. Not top of the division good, but still a solid team. Everyone convinced me. So I guess I am a fraud, Lethal Migraine. Everyone convinced me they were going to be absolute shit this year, and they're actually been pretty good. Can we have a conversation on many goals Trent should have this season? He's missed no less than half a dozen. He's missed the nets. He's bumblefucked the puck. He hasn't been able to calm the puck down and just push it to the pads of the netminder to try to poke one in. It's been disappointing to say the least because his speed's back. His ability to get to the nets is there, but his ability to put the goals in the net, non-existent. There you go. 1 out of 64. God, I'm so happy Lethal came in. Great end of the night. Good luck. Dude, I'm actually so stoked too. I honestly didn't think Lethal had the balls to jump in the live chat, but I'm so glad he did. My migraine is still pumping. You can see the veins popping out of my head. But my respect level has gone up a notch. I'm a good sport. I'm a good, reasonable Penguins fan. That you are. Just like Chris Higgins. Just like Chris Higgins. Best sports player of all time, Lethal Migraine. Actually, he got 422 goals in only 13 games. Look it up. Honestly, I don't think Hines will ever get fired this season. Garen likes him too much. At some point, though, people aren't going to come to games. And at that point, the owner's going to have to tap him on the shoulder and be like, what's going on? What's going on? And there might be pressure. I don't think he gets fired after this game. I don't think he gets fired after the next game. And I don't think he gets fired after the game after that. But I'd be naive to think that a list is not being put together right now of potential names. And we'd all be mad if we think if they don't lose the next one, that at least some calls are going to be made. Hey, you too, Omega. It just mirrors the league a bit, but shouldn't be too surprising. A bit bizarro world NHL year. So many good teams struggling and former lower end teams finally surging. I will say yes, it's a little bit more loopy and there's been a lot more fuckery than usual. But let me throw this back. Let me be a little devil's advocate. Let me be a little Lethal Migraine. Don't we say the same thing every year? Now, not to this extent, but every year I feel like the first month, 2 months, we're like, there's so much craziness. Maybe last year was just a little bit more run-of-the-mill. But for the most, I always feel like the first 2 months are so crazy, and then like 60, 70 games in, we kind of just like forget about the first 2 months, especially after Christmas, after World Juniors. And we forget how crazy it was. Now, and because it's happening to the Wild too on the shittier ends of things, I think it might be a little bit more magnified. Yep. The Bob McKenzie special. Lethal Migraine. Higher Lethal Migraine, ladies and gentlemen. He doesn't have a real name, but he's legit best Mites player. I mean, Scouts player. He was the king of all the Timbits. If LA Kings don't look great to make the playoffs, I say Ducks make the playoffs instead of us. The Ducks have been surprisingly a lot more competitive this year than I expected. For sure he gets fired. The Wild don't make the playoffs. Need new ownership. Time to quit attending games. Fans need to send the message. I don't think ownership's the issue. Because, like, again, not the Aquilinis. and money is not ever withheld. And what is the owner supposed to do? Give management money to spend, both for players and for everything, amenities for the team, right? And the Minnesota Wild don't pinch pennies. They certainly look pretty good so far, but we'll see. Holy fuck, I can't believe it. Seneke's outstanding. He is very, very good. Don't think he's NHL level yet, but like, he definitely could. This is what I said. He definitely would ease into an NHL role this year if they gave him the opportunity, but I'm glad that he's not part of this shitstorm, because he'd be playing limited minutes and they wouldn't even give him the opportunity to develop anyways. For now. One more coach getting fired and the team still not having success right away, or they miss the playoffs and it's a completely different story. Ducks are coming for sure. Dostal, McTavish, Karlsson, Terry, Seneke. Yep. Who's some of your other favorite Ducks players? Sorry, I'm getting tired, guys, if I'm bubble fucking some of these comments. I think we're gonna wrap up here soon. Get your last comments in. Kadri goes from Calgary Flames. It'd just be worse for us. Oh yeah, well, I mean, that's the reason why they're talking about trading him right now. It's because there's no hope for the Flames. There's no hope for the Flames this season. Like, the only hope for the Flames is that they maybe make a final push late in the year. But it's kind of like the Wild right now. It's like, are they really going to get to that point? It's fun sitting in the arena Sunday for the Sharks. Wild with no prospects as good as the Sharks group. I agree the Sharks have a better prospect pool. How's he doing right now? I take McKenna. Jackson Lacombe. I actually met him this summer. Fucking beauty. What a contract he got as well. All right, guys. I gotta get back to work. I got about like 4 more hours of work to put in. And then I have a stream on my second channel. By the way, I know most of you are just hockey fans, but if you guys are into fights, Muay Thai, boxing, MMA, kickboxing, as we got the full fucking gauntlet this weekend, let me tell you. I stream about 30 plus hours of combat sports every single weekend on my second channel, the Sota Pod. So similar vibes to here, except I can share quite a bit more highlights. If you're a fan of the UFC or any other leagues abroad, we cover everything, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be live tomorrow morning, 7:30 a.m. for some small gloves and Muay Thai at a Lupini Boxing Stadium in Thailand. Full streaming schedule is out, so if you guys want to see what I'm covering this week, it's a long one, ladies and gentlemen. It's a long one, so I already had one on Wednesday, obviously the hockey stream, so Muay Thai tomorrow, karate in the evening. We got some kickboxing at midnight. Before the UFC, we're in the Czech Republic. Yager actually goes to some of these fights, which is pretty cool. We have the Rise World Series, some of the best kickboxing ever. If you have a VPN, it's free on Abima. I'll be live at 3:35 a.m. Eastern, also for Deep, one of my favorite promotions. Ryzen on Sunday night, Monday morning. And then JCK on Tuesday. Usually JCK's on Friday, but cool to see one of my favorite promotions out of China. You like spinning heel kicks and flying knees? JCK is the league for you, and it's free on YouTube. I also post highlights of prospects in the world of combat sports, and just some of the Sota Pod stuff months and months later on this channel. So there you go. I don't think he's in the AHL of NHL. He may be injured. I wouldn't take McKenna. Let him go play with his mediocre cousin. Maybe the dumbest comment from a stream full of BS comments. I mean, it wouldn't be a piece of Sota Pod comment without a little dash of lethal migraine. Anyways, guys, I thank you all for joining. I mean, I don't know what else I can do. Maybe I just gotta start shotgunning beers the next stream, and we'll just play up this clown show that is the Minnesota Wild team. But I'll be back next week for another watch party. Brett and I will be back Wednesday. Z and myself will be back Sunday. And Joe Smith and I will be back next week as well, as I continue to fill in for Hoppy for probably another week or two. Bear with this fraud for a couple more weeks, ladies and gentlemen. And yeah, time to get back to work. Yeah, I got one big ol' friggin' podcast to edit. Not for Sota Pod, but for like my actual client. Nick Letty's uncle, actually, is one of my clients. So shout out to Josh Letty, Back Channel Brewing. Love the stream. Cheers, mate. Hey, appreciate you guys. All of you guys. Smash that like button and subscribe. And we will see you next week for more content on the Sota Pod. Peace.